On the under $3 menu at McDonald's, a McChicken is $2. Because when you're craving a McChicken, you deserve a McChicken. And now that McChicken is just $2 with McValue.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Looking for music that lifts your spirit and fills your heart? Experience the powerful sound of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square. Now streaming on all your favorite music platforms. Find the Tabernacle Choir on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Pandora. Let the music of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square inspire you today and every day. Whether you're at home, in the car, or on the go, enjoy the beauty of their world-renowned sound anytime. The Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square, streaming now.
This is Utah's best coverage of the Utes, Cougars, Jazz, and Mammoth. Here we go. From the guys who have been there for all the biggest moments in Utah sports history. You're listening to DJ and PK on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The KSL Sports Zone and Beehive Meals are honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer you know for the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest. Question up on our Facebook page. How much buzz will the Holy War get? The rivalry game. Traditionally played at the end of the season, but in the Big 12 era, they move it around. The league's got some big games, but it doesn't have an endless supply of them, so it gets parked wherever TV networks think they need it. I don't get Saturday, November 7th, PK. That day is loaded with big games. BYU, Utah, the same day that Miami's playing Notre Dame. That one's 5:30 prime time, already been set on NBC. Alabama's playing LSU. Georgia's playing Ole Miss. Oregon's playing Ohio State. That has Big Noon on Fox written all over it.
It do.
It's going to be a lot of competition. There are some other games that day that could be good if Michigan State can get it together. Michigan's playing Michigan State that day. Michigan State's got to win enough for that to have some sizzle. They haven't been doing that lately, so that might not be a deal. But those other 5 games, that's 5 games, 4 time slots. I wonder if Utah-BYU is going to be the big game in the last time slot.
Oh, November. That sucks, but it's
or
also the
two
reality.
of these games end up at 1:30 and 2 of these games end up at 5:30. I mean, the SEC games, whatever the order is, I assume one of them is going to be at ABC at 1:30 and one's going to be on ABC right after it.
Was it the last time they played at Rice-Eccles? It was a late game. I think it was, because I can remember on our post-game show, the guys interviewing me, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on the side of my house because I don't want to go inside because you got to talk with energy. Yeah.
You're all fired up. Everybody else is trying to sleep.
Right.
So go out in the yard so the neighbors can hear you through the window.
So I was literally on the side of my house at 2 o'clock.
Good thing the cops didn't roll up. The neighbors are like, there's a prowler. We can hear him.
And that sort of stinks because this is a big game. And it's a great rivalry, man. I love the rivalry. And there's no way people are staying up around the country to watch that at that time. I mean, it's too late in where the majority of the folks live, but that's what we've got.
So the other thought is that it's going to end up on Fox at 1:30 because
Amen.
the Big Ten has a game on Fox, 10 a.m. our time, and then at 1:30 CBS gets a Big Ten game. So usually Fox will pivot to a Big 12 game in that second time slot.
Well, that's
so it could
awesome.
be 1:30, and you're going head-to-head with either Alabama, LSU, or Georgia, Ole Miss.
I'd rather do that, selfishly. And I think that shows the beauty of the mountains, the campus.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to go in the press box and look west, the lake. And it's unlike any other atmosphere in the country. And I've been to most of them in the country. I've literally been to every region. And so I would, and November 7th, usually the weather isn't too bad by then. You never know. And it could be a sunny day, and you can really just accentuate the beauty of this area, which is a great selling point. But Has to be. And then just what are they going to be talking about that day? And what's the dominant conversation? If you're going to be drowned out by others, then put a rivalry weekend.
And be drowned out by others.
Right.
At least on a rivalry weekend, there's more TV windows to put it because you got all the games that can be played on Friday.
You can get some to play on Saturday.
And then some on Saturday.
Thursday, too.
Yeah. Then you worry about getting drowned out by the NFL, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is, what if BYU and Utah are both rolling? Combined 0-1 or 2 losses, maybe the game ends up in primetime on Fox.
Even better.
Head-to-head with Miami and Notre Dame. But talk about showing off the campus. You know, late in the day, the sun setting, all that kind of stuff. That could be awesome. Maybe it'll already be dark by then. Wait, we're not changing clocks now, right? So it should still be light when the game kicks off?
You're the politic guy. You keep up on the antitrust stuff. I don't know what the clock situation is.
I think we're permanent daylight savings now.
Are we?
Yeah.
So
it'll be like the Rose Bowl. The sun's setting on the Sand Games, except the sun will be setting on the Wasatch. That could be awesome.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not pretend it's better than
it's not the Sand Games,
than
but
the Gabes.
You just want to say Sand Games. Because literally nobody in L.A. says that. It's
I'm not in L.A.
It's like you saying UC Los Angeles to get under people's nerves. Get on their nerves.
Either get on their nerves or get under their skin.
Whatever. You get on their skin and under their nerves. UC Los Angeles.
Do I have the innate ability to get under their nerves?
You do.
And get on their skin?
And because you're the only one who says UC Los Angeles.
That's its official name.
I know. People say UC Santa Barbara. They say UC Davis. They don't say UCD necessarily. UCSD and UC San Diego are interchangeable, but not UCLA and UC Los Angeles. Nobody says UC Los Angeles.
And who better personifies a nobody than me?
Oh, man.
Right? I'm the ultimate nobody. I'm sitting there front row down in Dallas, and I can't even get, hey, Scotty G and Tim Lacombe interviewed Morgan Scalley. What about that other guy with the big nose sitting right there? I'm the ultimate nobody. So if it works out that way and they get that prime opportunity, absolutely, man.
But the conversation of the day, Oregon and Ohio State should be a battle of unbeatens. There's a Texas game. I'm just taking it for granted. I get that.
The good thing is that this is a rivalry that is going to draw some level of attention if it was played whenever at 2 a.m. But you want maximum exposure, and I don't know that you're getting it. And you can argue, well, then pick a week where you're going to get it, and you're not going to come up with that. But it just seems more natural on rival.
This seems like maximum competition. That seems like a loaded weekend.
Because it is, and it's November.
But, hey, that's the respect that you get to be part of a loaded weekend in November because you're that big a deal.
Right, I agree. Yeah. And November matters more than October and September. Mm-hmm. It just does. Right? And that's when everybody is at that point.
Yeah, if your game's
the weather has changed a little bit. Whenever the sun sets.
Too early in the season, it minimizes the stakes.
The sun, we make a big deal on this daylight saving. Well, the sun will be up the same amount of hours, whether it's 1 hour earlier or 1 hour later, whatever it might be. So I'm going to live with it either way because I have to. And football, November football, just screams, this is awesome.
Stakes are getting high.
Yeah.
Options are getting limited.
Right. And it's really, and then they got that dumb college football playoff thing that they release every Tuesday that I hate, but watch every Tuesday.
This is stupid. When does it start?
Yeah, I know. Right. And we make such a big deal about it, and I feel like I have to participate in that and watch it and hear what those ding-dongs have to say about when they interview whoever the committee guy is.
I just looked to see if they moved it back a week to November 14. Well, Michigan's at Oregon that day.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, Utah's got to play Arizona. That's a huge game.
USC's in Indiana. Utah's at Arizona.
And I worry about Utah in that week.
Texas is at LSU that week.
I would rather have a cream puff after that game.
Yeah, totally get it.
Yeah.
The Utah November schedule is brutal. Those three games in a row.
But yeah, anytime. I mean, this rivalry takes so much out of you. We saw it. The play, we know the Mark Harlan and the Kyle kicking the chair and all that, and what for BYU is so emotional to win that game, and then the next week they go to lose to Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very good that year. We were okay, but they weren't. It shouldn't have happened, but yet it happened.
And when did it happen, and why? Well, one of the elements, not the only one, but one of the elements is right there. And that legendary drop, you can find it in there, Alex, that drop when Kyle Whittingham tells PK, I know you're loving this, and you're like, I'm not loving it. I want to disappear right now. Don't make me part of the story. But that was because Utah got drilled at Arizona State, and you're a Sun Devil, and you're loving this. And that was the week after Utah had beaten BYU. And then they went down there and lost a conference game.
So I'm going to go down and cover that Arizona-Utah game, and I'm concerned about that puppy.
In November, that is very selfless of you. Excellent time for a trip to Arizona. That'll be down to like 92 by then.
November, you can start.
Yeah, just cooling off a little. It'll be hot, but not.
I would say warm.
Many of us think 90s are hot, but people in Arizona
With the potential of being hot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's during the day. They could go either way there, because certainly they can play it at night and the temperature will be just fine. But that's a huge game. So maybe there's not a perfect weekend, but the Holy War deserves its buzz because it's been earned. It hasn't been given to them. It's been earned. The games, so many of them, have been so incredible, so close, so bizarre. And if it's not bizarre during the game, then something after the game makes it bizarre.
There's always something. There's always storylines.
Yeah. It's so impressive.
It's the rare year that's ho-hum.
Yeah. And if it's a blowout with all the turnovers, that's bizarre. The time they played in a bowl game was bizarre.
That was bizarre.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, turnover, touchdown, turnover, touchdown, turnover. I'd never seen anything like it.
And then everybody knows 5 more minutes to go, BYU would have won. Everybody knows that, right?
There had been a fifth quarter.
No, just 5 more minutes.
Only 5.
Just an NBA overtime. Yeah. Incredible rivalry. I hope that it gets as much buzz as it could possibly get because it deserves it. Right? What do the people say?
The people. In Utah, Kevin says, a lot. It will get a lot of buzz.
For sure.
Michael says it's going to be the 5th most important game in the country. You put a graphic up, it's got the 5 games there, so he immediately looked at it.
We shall see.
Things don't usually, on paper, I get why he says that, but things don't usually play out the way they look on paper. Right now I'm looking at Utah's November schedule thinking that's very difficult. But by the time it plays out on paper, who knows?
Well, yeah, but that's after.
Quarterbacks get hurt, O-lines
Utah
fall
should
apart.
have an outstanding record going into that because at that point their schedule isn't that difficult. BYU, if they manage the week before, they play the Devils on Halloween, and then 2 weeks before that they're playing Notre Dame. If they're undefeated, wow.
Aaron says if they're both undefeated, it's going to get a ton of interest. If not, then it's a blip on the national radar.
Well,
and along the same thoughts, Jonathan says it depends on how all these teams are ranked and how BYU does versus Notre Dame earlier in the season.
And maybe in this case, they don't necessarily have to beat Notre Dame, just play them real tough. If Notre Dame's all that.
If Notre Dame's been out there destroying people.
Yeah, and if we get to that point and you lost to Notre Dame 24-17 and Notre Dame is undefeated in November, when Notre Dame is on top, there's nothing bigger.
The amount of old video that will be clipped from BYU Notre Dame games with Bettis in the 90s and from Notre Dame's last national title in 88. They haven't won a title since 84. They haven't won a title since 88. Yeah, it'll be nonstop.
Yeah, so we'll see how that happens, and it has a chance to get some buzz, even with a jacked, loaded schedule.
I know you're a Sun Devil and you're enjoying this.
There it is. That's a BYU Utah hangover comment right there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know you don't. I know. But it's a direct result of all the emotion of the rivalry game.
Fandom is checked at the door in those situations.
And they just didn't have any energy. My
job is to cover Utah, not to root for ASU.
Right.
And I take this very seriously, despite the fact that I come in here and screw around so much.
Notre Dame will be 6-0 when they play BYU, won't they?
I don't see a reason not to.
Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, Purdue, North Carolina, Stanford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've already looked at it.
6-0.
Yeah.
Away we go.
Right. Yeah. And BYU, obviously the big game is Arizona right there.
Yeah. Can they get through Arizona? And at TCU.
I think Arizona's a bigger game, but TCU is certainly a challenge. There's no doubt about it.
Arizona being at home, TCU on the road. But I would rank them in order of difficulty right now.
Yeah.
I think Arizona's 1, TCU's 2, but don't view TCU as a gimme by any means.
Not at all. No, I've been down there too many times in that situation. I have a lot of respect. Well, basically, it's Texas football.
Yeah. If you get a good coach and a program gets rolling and you're in Texas, it can be really good. We've seen that with SMU the last couple of years.
Right.
Bouncing around a bunch of leagues, but getting to ACC and turning the NIL money loose, and suddenly SMU is really good. And we've seen it with Houston. They've been up and down, but they've been up now in 3 different eras with 3 different coaches pretty recently. And when they're good, they're really good.
Yeah. Texas football.
Again, there's just so many athletes there.
Yes. And so that's not a pushover by any stretch. Not at all. I mean, I put Baylor in there.
Oh, yeah, another great example.
Yeah.
When they've been good, they've been awesome.
Right. So I even think Texas State and UT San Antonio. I have so much respect.
The Pac-12
for Texas football.
The Pac-12 bet on Texas State for a reason. Yeah. And didn't UTSA and ASU play a couple times? Didn't ASU go down and play in the Alamo Dome? I think it was a good game.
And they barely won.
Yes, I remember watching it. Yeah, I think it was like 2 points at the end or something like that. Yeah,
right.
It was a tight game.
Right. So, yes, those will be tough games. And if our locals come through unscathed, which would be cool, no doubt about it. There's just no doubt about it that if they come through unscathed, that's going to be gigantic. And people will be talking about BYU and Utah and be talking about the Big 12. That's when the Big 12 just needs to be talked about. There needs to be a buzz to the Big 12. And Cody Campbell may drive you nuts and whatnot, but the reality is he's good for the Big 12.
Can't argue that.
Right.
Keeps him in the headlines.
Right.
Keeps people interested.
Right.
Keeps people paying attention.
I'll repeat myself. Right. I'm on a roll here.
All those things are true.
They are. No doubt about it.
All right, DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.